Alright guys, it's Demont coming back at you again from Demont's Big Bass. Gonna open up the new 6-cent sacks today. I'm also going to go over a couple of things some people on Graham asked me about. Some affordable swim baits. I asked them how much is affordable, and they told me $5 to $10. So I went to Academy, and I think you're gonna like what I show you in a minute. Let's go ahead and see what's in this month's box. Alright, back to another bag. Alright, let's grab the reading glasses. This is a 250 MD. It's kind of about this time of the month when stuff starts going back from deep to kind of coming back to mid-depth to shallow when the thermocline starts dropping and changing. This is called Citrus Sungeel, a 250 MD. It's a great crankbait. It runs, I think it's 70 millimeters, and it runs, pretty sure it was on the front of the box, I thought, but I know it runs like 10 to 12 foot, 7 to 11 foot. So I knew it was kind of close to that. So I've got a bunch of these actually, lots of different colors. Then next up we have this is the Axis Metal 2.0. So they got one last bag, and so I got one again, and this one's called just a Citrus Black Back, which is an all-around great color. One thing that's different about them and 13 Fishing is they put a metal bar down through the middle of this metal lip. So you don't have to worry about the lip. Like, let me show you what I'm talking about. So you don't have to really worry about the lip basically wearing out too fast. You throw this thing 100 times and it's got a plastic pin. That plastic pin can start getting weak. So if you see that lip moves back and forth like a chatterbait. Okay. So we can see it a little better. And let me hold the hooks. Hear the sound it makes. But these things come with really sharp hooks. That jaw goes back and forth. It makes a lot of noise going through the water. You can hear this thing coming to your boat or the bank, wherever you're fishing from. I mean, like most crankbaits you hear when you go reel them through the water, you hear them like just rattling. This sounds like a cross between a crankbait and a chatterbait coming at you. That's basically what it is. All right, next in the bag, we have the Divine Hybrid jig, 1/2 ounce. These are good jigs. I think they're more like a swim jig to me than what they're calling a hybrid jig. It's designed to be or a good grass jig. It's got a really good hook in it, really good keeper. Colors are awesome. This one's called Candy Bluegill. And they gave you some wacky hooks, 5 count, size 1. Which are really good hooks, actually. They're really sharp. Then you get a 5.4 clout, black and blue. You get some, this is stroker crawls, I'm sorry. The 3.3 stroker crawl. And this color is Watermelon Candy. Their Watermelon Candy, if you're used to using Watermelon Candy, this is a little darker than most watermelon candies you're going to see on the market. And it could be a good or a bad thing, depends on what you're using it for. All right, 2 things left in the bag. Ooh, I like that. I got that last. Oh, you got these are my 2 favorite things. Well, I'm looking forward to the Axis, but this is a Crush 50X, and this color here is the 4K shad. Let's take a look at that. It is 3/8 of an ounce, 60 millimeter, dies 2 to 5 foot. Is that right? Yeah, 2 to 5 foot. These are really good little square bills. I use these a lot. Last but not least, you have a 70s splashback in black and blue. And this one color is called Black Magic. 70 millimeter, 3/8 of an ounce. Hope you guys are seeing this really good. Most of the time I do these things where I'm kind of opening it up and showing it to you, like with the camera not facing me. Some people want me to do it this way, so you guys let me know what you prefer. Now let's go into what I was talking about earlier, so I can address the person on Instagram's question. All right, so I went to my local academy, which academies, they didn't used to be all over the place, but now they're kind of all over the place. I went over to the academy, and they have lots of bluegill and sunfish, different types of swim baits, and different other things. I spent, let's see, I think these were like $5 and something a piece, or $6 a piece. Altogether, I spent like $36 on 6 different baits. And I'm gonna go through and show you exactly what I got. I even got my scale out because I wanted to show you how much these weigh. Somebody told me that the weight these things say on them, which I haven't seen it say it on there, so I don't really know where they see it at. Yeah, it's not on the box here anywhere. But this is the H2O Express, the 4.5 hard jointed sunfish. This color is called Chrome Copper Nose. Let me get my ounces up here. I'll kind of turn this down and I'll turn it to you so you can see it a little better. All right, so I have caught a lot of fish on these. I usually take off the actual split ring on the nose is fine. But the hooks, I mean, they're sharp, but they're just not really what you want for throwing this. I take these off, and I usually put a 1/0 EWG or 1/0 Mustad hook on it, triple grip. Makes this really good. And these weigh 1.49 ounces, so basically 1.5 ounces. A light swim bait rod, even a heavy crankbait rod, is perfect for these. Even like the ugly stick tiger rods or the big ugly sticks, like the you get a 7-foot heavy X action ugly stick and a cheap combo. There you go. And I mean, I'm guessing if you're worrying about spending more than $10 on a bait, I'm trying to think of a good reel that you can actually get that's sub $30. That's hard. I would probably get an Abu Garcia Black Max and put 20-pound test fluorocarbon or 20-pound test copolymer. Or you can actually get away with throwing braid, from braid to leader on this. But just so I can show you some of the details they have, like this is the copper nose. And they have this in lots of different sizes. So if your forage on your lake is not that big, you can get they have like a 2.5, and then they have like a 3.5, and then they have, this is the 4.5. Did I only get 4.5s? Let me see, give me 1 second. Yep, I only got 4.5s. This is my favorite size to throw. This one here is the long ear sunfish. Well, it looks like a pumpkin seed. I mean, if you guys are from the South, you know what a pumpkin seed is. By the way, I think the world record for pumpkin seed was just broken a couple months ago. It was like a monster. It was almost 5 pounds. This one here is called tilapia. There's actually a lot of tilapia in our lakes right here now. And tilapia is kind of a good fall color bluegill. like the tilapia color and like different crankbaits and things. Another thing that I really like that the Academy has is their version of a whopper plopper. It's called a double plop. Let me show this to you. All right, I'm gonna take it out. And this color here is called bone, but it's more kind of a white bone. Both colors of bone work. The white color bone and the yellow color bone. Both of them work. It all depends on what your fish are wanting that day. Now, this one's basically is made, it's kind of made just like a 70 millimeter whopper plopper. But you see these little fins pop out. These little fins, they spin really easy in the water. And when you cast, they fold in and cup to the body. You guys see that? This weighs, okay, turn it back on again here. All right, let's see, let it clear out. This weighs a little over half an ounce. It has red eyes. I got in this cut. Well, I've got several of these already. These things, I mean, I think they're like $4 a piece, $5 a piece. If you guys can't afford a whopper plopper or the Berkeley option or the Savage Gear option, all those are $10 plus. If you're just starting, you're looking for something that's going to a good top water, that's whopper plopper S. I'm not going to say this is as good as a whopper plopper, but I have seen this outproduce whopper ploppers in certain situations, just because the fish haven't seen this. They have seen whopper ploppers a lot, but they haven't seen this. And this actually, where the swim baits don't come with that great of a hooks, these actually come with really good hooks, really good split rings. I don't change these out at all. They're round bends. They're really good for fish slashing at it. So pick you up a couple of these. If you're on, especially if you're on that budget, you will not be disappointed. I got this one in the bone color like I just showed you. I've also got it in this color here is called Ghost Shad. But I've also got this in a couple bluegill patterns, and just a couple other things. Another thing, if you're just starting off and you're not trying to spend too much money, you don't want to get a Rico. I mean, Ricos can cost. I mean, just depends on if you can find the seconds. The seconds you can get for $10. The first, or I mean, depends on supply. I've seen them. They usually go for like 16. But if that color is out and you have to go try to find it on eBay, you're looking at spending 20 or more. So if you don't want to spend it on a Rico, go spend you about $3. And this is called their TWMX. This color is called Bone Glitter. It's the bone, it's a white glitter again. It's a white bone. It's got glitter on the belly. It's basically holographic glitter. This one comes with good hooks, good split rings. A good split ring on the nose. It is super loud. Give you the weight on this because they don't put the weights on the boxes. So if you're in Academy and you're looking at them, you're not going to get weights on the boxes. All right, zeroed out. This one weighs half an ounce. It is basically a little over 3-inch bait. With my experience with this bait, it walks really, really good. For a popper that's this cheap, this popper I think costs $3.99. For a popper this cheap, this thing walks really good. Makes if you can chug it, you can walk it, you can fast walk it. My son has caught fish on this just reeling it. Just throwing it out and it's like reeling it. It's making like a little wake on the surface because it doesn't have a huge mouth, as you can see. It has kind of a mouth of a Rico. Just reeling along the surface, and fish will come up and just smack it. It's kind of funny. seeing it happen. But well, I guess my point I'm trying to make is a lot of people make misconceptions about fishing equipment. You don't have to be rich. I'm not rich to actually go out and have a good time, to have good stuff to catch you some good fish. So if you're on a budget, the Academy, the H2O series, or I think they're called H2O Express. Go pick you up some of their swim baits. I mean, they have their they have VMC hooks on them. They're good to go. Like the swim baits here, they have them in like a shad size. And the shad size goes up to a 4.5 inch as well, and it weighs 1.5 ounces. They have and the shad size goes all the way down to I think it's 2.5 inches as well. So it's a little shad about that big, and it's triple jointed just like this right here. And these I call do nothing swim baits. You're basically just throwing it out there and reeling it back to you slow. You're not, well, some of them you can burn. I have caught fish burning, I'm not going to lie. But most of these style swim baits, if you go, these, I haven't really tried reeling these that fast, so don't quote me on that. But most of these triple joint swim baits, if you burn them, they're going to turn to their side. And that's just facts. I don't know why it is. It's something to do with the balancing and the weighting of the actual swim bait itself. If it's going too fast, it's made to run just that nice slow wiggle. If it's going too fast, it does this and turns right over. So it kind of defeats the purpose. If you're looking for something to kind of burn fast, you'd be better off well, you can't really, most of those baits aren't budget friendly. Try to think of one that is. There's several boot tail swim baits that can do it. There's several soft, not hard, soft, multi-jointed swim baits that you burn them and they do really good. They look like a fleeing fish. They're not that bad. The Yamamoto kind of comes to mind as being a pretty good one. I need to check that that Yum one out that I just got and did a video on a couple back. It's supposed to be really good at burning, but I haven't tried it. It doesn't really seem, it seems soft, but the action, the tail, like some swim baits, like the Context, you pick them up, they go bloop, they fall right over. That tells you how soft it is. On those Yum ones, they seem like they kind of just go boop over to the side, but it is a really big tail. So sometimes it's kind of hard to tell exactly what kind of action it's going to do. I tell you what, guys, I need to do is when I get back from vacation, we're going out of town for a few days. I'm going to go out to the swimming pool, and I'm going to just show some videos on some of these, show the action of them. I'm going to get some of those other swim baits out and just show you the action. I might set up the GoPro inside the pool so you can actually see the bait kind of swimming by it. That's what I'm going to do. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask down below. If you have any questions about these Academy baits or these 6 Sense baits, feel free to ask. I answer any question anybody asks me. It doesn't even have to be on this topic. If you have something else you want to ask me about, just kind of any kind of fishing in general. I kind of consider myself to be kind of a jack of all trades. I pretty much do it all. I know somebody's asked me to do a walkthrough of my boat. I haven't done that yet. I need to do some. People have asked me, been asking me for almost a year for like this video of my rod arsenal that I use and exactly what I use it for. I'm sorry, guys. I've been slacking on that. It's kind of hard for me to get everything out of the boat and show everything to you. But I got that in the works. I'm gonna do a boat tour pretty soon. I'm gonna do an arsenal pretty soon, and just kind of show you kind of my mindset. Some things I don't really think kind of how conventional stuff thinks about. Especially as far as it goes on pitching and flipping. I'm the guy that'll get out there with a 7.3 medium heavy and 12-pound line and pitching 8 3/16 ounce on small crawls, even on 4-inch, 4.5-inch stick worms, even the big TRD and the bang stick, the Z-Man bang stick. Those are starting to become some of my favorite pitching baits, just because, especially around here, the fish don't see them that often. And if you can give them something they haven't really seen that much. And if I can stay shallow and fish the way I want to, then more than likely in a tournament, I'm going to stay shallow. Just because I'm not chasing the rats. When you get out there and you're finding schools, if you find a good school, you can win the tournament easy right there. But a lot of times I found I can go out and I can catch my limit really fast, like catching schools offshore. But you're not really finding the size you want. A lot of times the big girls don't leave the shallows. And a lot of people don't seem to understand that. Those big girls, they stay kind of in your docks. They stay in all your brush piles. I mean, brush pile like 12 foot deep or less. They stay around your cover on the bank, like your lay downs, your big boulders, things of that nature. Even I can't tell you if fishing is shallow in the summertime. A lot of people say riprap sucks in the summer. Please don't listen to them. Riprap is productive all year long. I have basically pulled up on Jordan Lake July, fished nothing but riprap. I fished points, I fished out deep. I came right back to the riprap around a bridge mouth. I fished all the way up and down the side of the riprap and came back, started over, came back, started over, came back, started over. I caught over 100 fish. My biggest weighed 7.3, won the tournament on riprap in summer, July, hot as hell. So when somebody tells you riprap doesn't work in the summer, just don't believe them. Don't listen to them. Just walk the hell away from them. I mean, don't walk away from it. I don't mean to go that far. You guys do what you want, but well, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Tell me what I can do better. Tell me what you'd like to see. Go and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't really cost you a thing, and it helps me out a lot. Like I said, if somebody you know that can just getting started in fishing, and you like these low-cost tips and stuff can help them, or even some of my high-end stuff can help them, let them know. Show them my videos. Share them. I'll be more than likely to help more people. A lot of people start asking me questions. They get my Instagram information, or they get my Facebook information. My Facebook, I'm Brian DeMont on Facebook. DBB Fishing on Instagram. So just send me a line. I'll ask for any question you want to know. If you're down here in the North Carolina area and close to me, you want to go fishing with me one day, let me know. I'll take you out fishing. All right, guys, I'm going to go and sign off. You have tight lines. Y'all stay safe. It's been raining a shit ton here on how it is where you are. Stay dry.